of this panel has to do with a statement of this forum. If you have this handbook in your hand, you can turn to page 20, is it 24? 24 or 26. The English version is 24 and the Chinese version is 26. There is a draft of the statement. What we are going to do this afternoon is to briefly soliciting your views and comments on this draft, and we'll, based on your comments and input, revise it later on, and we'll disseminate the revised version to every one of you, see whether you would like to sign the statement. So each part of this session, this panel, will last for around 45 minutes since we have been starting late. So may I invite the first group that is focusing on theory and strategy, sending one representative to the stage and report to us your concluding remarks or your views on this particular focus. So who is coming to report? Dr. Chen? No? Group A, theory and practice. Is it you, Jody? Oh, okay, thank you. Dr. Jody. So you have 10 minutes. 10 minutes briefly reporting to Ori. So you want to
organize the topics we have talked.
Okay, so you want to wait a little bit. You want to how about the second group, which is on subjectivities? You want to come? Thank you. So again, you have 10 minutes. We'll show the sign when you have 5 minutes left.
Hello. Okay. Thank you very much for the group for assigning me this task. And for our group, we discussed the roles of the peasants, the workers, the youth, the intellectuals, respectively, in addition to women and the indigenous peoples. So first of all, let us talk about the first four groups. As we, the intellectuals, we believe that the task we are facing are the lack of ideological clarity. I mean, what standpoint are we at? And of course, creativity and imagination and understanding, a mutual understanding between the intellectuals and the youth and the peasants and the workers. And we also discussed about some experiences such as the unity, the solidarity movement between the workers and the peasants in Mexico, which was not very successful because of the indifference of the rural area. And what we learned from that is to join the movements and to share the experience coming back from the environment and to learn from the differences, but also to build up the common ground between these communities. And after the forum in particular, this one, we are urging all of our colleagues to further our discussions with our communities. I mean, the people we are representing, and to find a common mechanism for further discussion in the future. As for other to-dos, we also urge for an inclusive participatory dialogue, and then bring concrete ties of solidarity. These were mentioned just now, and common understanding. And finally, in particular with the women, with the indigenous people and the peasants, we are standing with them against consumerism and for their autonomy. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It seems your group have touched the important issue of different groups connection, and also the possibility of finding common ground and also solidarity. I mean, that's the main theme that you have touched, right?
Yes, and I think I would like to also elaborate a little bit by an example of the youth choice. I mean, in the mainland China, the youth volunteers, which community they are going to follow. I mean, in their activism. It's very special in China because the traditional workers, I mean, industrial workers, are growing old because they were mainly in the Maoist era. And now what we have, in particular for the youth workers, the young workers, are originated from the rural area, and they have a very interesting way of life because they are originated from the rural area. They go to the city to work, but they are not recognized as a part of the city. They are not given the rights to abode and of course other social welfare and etc. And they have to go back home to their hometown to continue their reproduction process, you know, marriage and so on. And at the beginning, I mean, there is a discussion among the volunteers about which community, the peasants, the worker, or the peasant workers to follow, and there is no conclusion among them.
Okay, thank you. So, Dr. Zhou, are you ready, or you want to? Oh, Maria. Okay, thank you, Maria.
To the rescue.
So this group is on strategy and theory. So after the three presentations, then we can have an open discussion on these three topics.
Well, I'm not supposed